Hey guys, I'm back. I'm making my last sample run here, or sample test, with the first trial of the vanilla protein powder. Again, I've got 3 trials that I can try and dial it in, and I'm hoping that we can dial it in on the second trial, because I'm going to give my manufacturer some feedback on this. I did the first video where I made the vanilla protein powder with just the water and 20 ounces of water of crushed ice, and I took notes on that. And then I made the second video, which was what I normally drink every morning for breakfast, and that's the 2 scoops or 2 packs of the 2 scoops of vanilla protein powder, a cup and a half of instant plain oatmeal, and then 3 to 4 frozen strawberries. I'm laughing because if you look at the other video, you'll see how I had to make a executive decision of putting either 3 strawberries in there or 4 strawberries. And like I said, you just got to take chances. So I went with the 4th strawberry. Anyways, this is vanilla blueberry. I'm going to do 2 scoops of vanilla protein powder, which they're in these packs because this is how the manufacturer sent them to me. And they sent me 6 of these. So I have 3 shakes to try for vanilla and then 3 shakes to try for chocolate. And we've got basically 3 runs that we can try and dial it in. So, and we're close. I think we're really close on what they've made out of the gates on this first run. So I'm really excited that there's a lot of hope that we're really close on it. So two packs of vanilla protein powder, a cup and a half of frozen strawberries, and then probably about 16 to maybe 20 ounces of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and you guys can watch this process here. So again, like I said in the other videos, I always like to use bagged ice from the store. I just think it makes your protein shakes taste better if you're making smoothies, or if you're just drinking the protein powder plain with just water, cold water. I like this ice better than I would ice from somebody's freezer, and I've done that so many times, and it definitely makes a difference. So trying not to drop any ice on the floor. That can be a little bit challenging sometimes. So I'll put ice in there. I'm gonna fill this up with about 16 to 20 ounces of water, and then I'm gonna come back and blend the ice. Again, I just use tap water when I'm making this. I mean, you can use your water from the fridge or however you want, but tap water seems to work fine. So now I've got well over probably 20, at least over 16 ounces of water in there. But I need to blend this up because I want to make this really cold before I put in my strawberries, which are frozen. So I'm going to do that, pour out some water. I want to have it at about 16 ounces. Take out some of the ice, because those frozen strawberries are going to actually act as kind of ice for you. All right, so I got 16 ounces of water. Now the frozen blueberries. I was saying that Publix, if you're in Florida, Publix has some of the best frozen blueberries and strawberries now that they're offering the Wyman's brand. It's actually cheaper than Publix brand, and it's cheaper than the Dole brand that they have, and I can't believe Publix is allowing that, but it's actually higher quality. So I'm pretty surprised that they're doing that. But if you go to Publix, the Wyman's strawberries and the Wyman's blueberries are really good. So we're gonna do a cup and a half of frozen blueberries. All right. Now remember, these blueberries are frozen, so I'm probably gonna have to add some more water because it's probably gonna get stuck in there. And I definitely wanna put this on because sometimes this blender acts crazy and it can go from 0 to like 100 miles an hour and shoot stuff everywhere. So actually, it's doing pretty good with moving everything around where I don't have to hopefully add too much water. Well, there we go. So I'll do this if I don't. See, 16 ounces of water is not that much when you put in a cup and a half of frozen blueberries. But I'm still trying not to put too much water in there because I don't want to the system I have, I'm trying to tell my supplier what we need to do with these. So I'm trying to see exactly what I've been drinking for so many years. And I know that taste that I'm looking for on the vanilla with the blueberry, and then with the strawberry, with the just water. I know what I'm looking for. So I can't just put as much water in as there as I want, because that's going to mess up what my feedback is to my supplier. That's really good. I'm just going to turn that down for a second and do this one more time. That's really good. I'm just trying to get the bottom stuff to come up so I can actually pour this in while I'm actually running the blender. Like I said in the other videos, most athletes, most guys, athletes, probably girls too, they want to get the exact amount of protein that they're trying to get into each shake, because a lot of them are counting how, their micros or macros, whatever the heck. They're basically trying to figure out how many grams they're taking in per each meal throughout the whole day, because it's really important for muscle recovery and repair. So I'm just going to pulse this. Taking a big risk here. No, I'm kidding. So I got one pack in there. I'm leaving this. See what I'm saying? He's crazy. Anyways, 20 grams of protein per pack. This would normally be a scoop out of a container, but I've got 40 grams of protein that I want to make for this shake. So like I said, if you pour it in while the blender is going, it's not sticking to the side. And that's what I was trying to say before. Everybody's trying to get the exact amount of protein or slightly more instead of less. So if you just dump all this powder in and it sticks to the sides, well, you're either scooping it off with your spoon to try and get it all in, or you're going to get, instead of a 40 gram protein shake, you're probably going to get, I don't know, 35, 34, somewhere around there. And for bodybuilders and athletes, they're very meticulous on making sure they dial things in. So let's do this last pack, then we'll try it. And I'll be able to mentally take notes for my supplier, because I've only got, like I said, for this first trial run, I've only got 3 drinks that I can take. They didn't just send me a whole tub of stuff. So I really got to make sure I give them the right feedback so we can get the second samples dialed in, hopefully to where we can just say, yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and place an order. But here we go. Obviously, as I'm adding more powder, it makes this thicker, so it starts to slow down. So I'm really trying to give it some time so it'll blend up. That should be it. 16 ounces or so. Cup and a half of frozen blueberries, 2 packs of the protein powder, which would be 2 scoops. This is actually now an MRP, meal replacement, because I've got so many carbs in it going with the protein. So let me test this and let's see what we got. It's really good. On my other 2 videos, I was saying it might need to be dialed back a little bit less sweet. So I need to talk to the formulator and see exactly what he's doing. But it is actually very good. And let me take a couple more drinks so I know basically what I got here. Normally I would drink this before I go to bed each night because it's great protein. Obviously blueberries are great for you. It's really low fat. It's a good amount of carbs, so you're not really hungry at night. You're not going to cheat. So this is one of my staples I've been doing probably at least for 15 years, maybe more. But I really like it. And like I said, on these shakes, whenever you're drinking these, it's always good to have water just to wash it down too. Even though there's water in there, it's good to wash it down. So I think it just helps you digest it better. I don't know if we're gonna say dial back the sweetness maybe by 5%, maybe 10%. I just don't know. I have to talk to the formulator and see what he says. He would know better than me. I don't really want to take too much sweetness out of it because our protein powder is going to say vanilla ice cream, and it really does taste like vanilla ice cream. I think maybe some people don't want it as sweet. I love, I have a sweet tooth for sure. So I'm going to always want to have it a little bit more sweeter than I would not as sweet. But I think if we can dial this back just a tad, I think we've pretty much got it. And maybe dial back the vanilla flavoring just a little bit, not too much. But anyways, this is really good. I know what I'm going to tell my supplier now. I'm going to finish up this shake because right now it's about 1:30 here in Florida where I'm at. Normally I was going to try and do this video in the evening right before I went to the gym, but I just couldn't do it this week. But I'm really glad that I made this. This is the last sample for the first trial run. Let me show you guys. I'm really excited about this. These are the chocolate samples that I have because when we actually have this custom formula made, I really want to be able to offer chocolate and vanilla to my customers. But I'm going to be sampling these in the next day or two with just powder and water, and then powder and almond butter, and then maybe something else. But I'm really excited about sampling these as well. But I'm really glad I did this. This is the third video. I'm pumped about the progress right out of the gates with this supplier. Remember, they're out of California. They're a great supplier. I just hope that we can line things up to where when I say, yeah, let's do it, everything's awesome. Because again, my goal for Elite Physique is to have the world's best tasting protein shakes on the market, and something that's going to fill you up for 2.5 to 3 hours. Could be like a meal. We're not really doing the MRPs and meal replacement packets, just because I think that those fill you up way too much. But this would definitely keep you satisfied for at least 2.5 to 3 hours. Or you could go work out within 30 minutes, 45 minutes of drinking something like that. So again, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the new followers that actually started following me. I really appreciate that as well. So here at Elite Physique's worldwide headquarters in Gainesville, Florida, test number 3 with the vanilla blueberry protein shake. And don't forget, it's about 1:30 and I don't drink coffee in the morning. Remember, I don't know why, it affects me different. But if you look over here, it's set, it's ready to go. It's almost launch time. So I'm gonna let you guys actually see me get this started, because the minute that's full and I start drinking it, it's crazy how it affects me. It just gives me so much energy. Not that I need any more, but ever since I've been a little kid, whatever it is in sweet tea and coffee, it's just crazy because I don't do Monster Energy drinks anymore. I used to drink 2 or 3 of those a day, and I felt like those were bad for me. Elite Physique's not going to come out with a pre-workout. There's just so many of those out on the market, and I don't think they're really that healthy for you. I'd rather drink coffee than drink pre-workouts, but it's launch time, probably in about 15 minutes. I don't know if you can hear it brewing or not, but I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And remember this, Matthew 19:26, with God, all things are possible. And if it wasn't by the grace of God, I would not be here right now doing these samples. I wouldn't have Elite Physique, and I wouldn't have this opportunity. So I want to document this journey, like I've been saying on the past couple videos, and have you guys come along and watch it, because I can see it. You call those things that be not as though they were. Elite Physique will be a worldwide brand all over the world. My goal, we want to be the largest Christian sports nutrition company in the world and the largest Christian sportswear company in the world. And we're just going to believe that. So y'all be praying for me and Elite Physique, but I love you and have a great day. And I'll see you on the next video.